Welcome to the second video on how to talk so your daughter feels heard, the Teen Connection Blueprint. I'm so glad you're here. Again, giving yourself some credit for showing up, for watching this video, for if you've had a look through the ebook, and even just not scrolling through and deleting this email immediately speaks to the dedication and the intentionality of your parenting. And so hoping you take a second to take a breath with me here and give yourself some credit for showing up. The second video is going to be brief and talking about soothing, which is the second essential pillar that we talk about in this ebook, and the importance of soothing. We know that it is something that as infants, it starts from day one. We are soothed, we're rocked, we're sung to, we are swaddled, all the things. And as we grow up, that need for soothing to manage stress in our lives is something that exists forevermore. And it just looks different, right? It evolves over time. The things that soothe us just look different. You think about things that in your world tend to soothe you when you are feeling stressed, and it could be anything from, watching my favorite movie over and over and over again, having certain songs that I put on, having certain routines. Avoidance can be a soothing mechanism. Spending time with people who make me feel good. Even look at the clothing we wear, the things that we put on ourselves, comfy blankets, smells, foods that we eat. There's so many ways that people soothe. And so it's keeping that in mind. When it comes to supporting your daughter as a parent, what this is about is asking that question, how can I be here for you right now? Sometimes it's about literally asking the question, but sometimes it's also about just asking that in the sense of, this is how I show up. How can I be here for you right now? Back to school is kind of a big thing right now. And so we talk about this idea of, like, in back to school, how can I be here for you right now? Maybe it's giving you some space to talk about some of your stressors, or the things that are stressing you when you think about going back to school. Maybe it is supporting you to make a plan for those first couple of days. Is there someone that can drive you? Is there someone you can meet up with? Are there things that we can get in place ahead of time that will support you to manage some of that stress? Soothing can also be calming ourselves as parents. That's a really important piece. It's like, how am I showing up energetically in my conversations, my interactions with my teen? Investing in yourself, taking that time to figure out what is soothing to you and how can you show up in a more steady, calm essence for some of those interactions. And literally, this can just be taking a few breaths before you enter into a conversation. It can be taking a few moments for yourself throughout the day to find that kind of soothing, calming space so that you are coming to things a little more steady. A third thing that you can do is help your teens to discover what is part of their self-soothe kit. And so sometimes this is even about creating an actual tangible self-soothe kit. We do this often in our one-to-one and our group sessions with teens, and they love co-creating these. And it can be, think about all of your senses and finding things that soothe each of the senses. For example, for my sense of sight, that might be things that I look at. So it could be pictures of friends or pictures of calming environments or quotes or saying or things that I look at, and immediately I get a little bit of a sense of calm. Sense of auditory sense could be music or sounds that just kind of help us feel a little more steady, a little more calm. Sense of smell is a really big one. Essential oils, candles, incense, even just like favorite room sprays or body sprays, or the smell of like cinnamon or whatever. There are certain smells that can just kind of bring calm in your life. Thinking about your sense of touch, textile things, so textured things, whether that's having a piece of soft fabric in the self-soothe kit, or just having, like knowing my favorite blanket, or having my dog. Obviously, you can't put your dog in your kit, but you can think about, okay, petting my dog is something that's very calming for me. And then we've got, which sense did I forget here? We went through taste. Taste is the last one. So our sense of taste, right? And so tapping into that as well. Are there calming teas or treats or candies? Sour can be a taste texture that can help people when they're panicking to calm down. Even just having like a bottle of water in a self-soothe kit can be a really helpful thing. So creating these self-soothe kits, they're things that can go in the backpack. They're things that can stay at home in the bedroom or in the kitchen or in the space. You can create one for yourself and then create one with your daughter, or however you want to do that. But it's really good to be really intentional about how we soothe and finding ways to soothe that are effective and constructive and are going to support us and not further weigh us down. I hope you found this video helpful. I can't wait to share the third one with you in a few moments.